Oh my god, guys, I've just logged into my Steam account the first time probably in about 9 years and loading up my favourite game here, Napoleon Total War. I used to play this a lot years ago. This one and the Empire one, Shogun 2, and what else was there? There was like a Dark Ages one as well. I think it was Medieval Total War and the Viking one. But this one I've put in over 100 hours. And here it is, still in a library of games that I haven't even looked at for 10 years. That is surreal. I've got it on the big screen. Look, there's my laptop down there. I've never played it on the big screen like this before. In the land of pharaohs and kings, they sit Egypt. Not bad for a game that's, what, 15 years old, maybe? In the realm of forest and snow, they set Russia. I think it came out in 2010 or something like that. Now they say nothing. They fear me, like a force of nature, a dealer in thunder and death. Of course, it's something you've got to play on the PC rather than a console. I am Emperor. It's quite scary. Anyway, I thought I'd watch this just so I could get an idea about how to paint the uniforms with the models. Here we are. Continue campaign. Is that still an option? Have I got a saved game here? That's probably on my old laptop, saved game. So I think I'll start afresh.
After the Battle of Talavera in July 1809, a costly stalemate for the Allies, Viscount Wellington retreated into Portugal and consolidated his forces, also authorizing the construction of a series of connected forts and earthworks, the lines of Torres Vedras. Now, Napoleon's Armée d'Espagne, led by Marshal Massena, has invaded Portugal once again. But thus far, the network of entrenchments has proved impossible for the French to successfully assail. Fresh troops have been sent from England, available via the construction and control of supply ports in coastal regions. Upon their arrival, Wellington has planned a fresh offensive to drive the invaders out of Portugal, and eventually out of the peninsula altogether. Resistance to French rule by the Spanish has led to small local bands using guerrilla tactics, meaning little war. Guerrilla warfare allows French forces to be eroded through constant harassment by irregulars, supported by local inhabitants, who attack with the element of surprise and are able to melt back into the countryside as quickly as they appear. It is hoped that the guerrillas, in combination with a reinvigorated British army, can drive the forces of Imperial France from the peninsula region once and for all.
Mission issued. Capture the city of Coimbra. Okay. Whilst Portuguese and Spanish auxiliaries may be used to bolster our numbers, with no means of bringing British troops into the peninsula by land, we must rely on His Majesty's Navy to ship in reinforcements and supplies through coastal regions. Supply ports must therefore be maintained if we wish to deploy and maintain our homegrown troops during this campaign. The coastal region of Beira lies ahead of us. Occupying this region will provide us with both a supply port closer to the front lines, as well as the foothold we need for which to repel the French invaders from Spain. Reward grants the following units: King's German Legion Foot and King's German Legion Lightfoot. Okay, so begins the Peninsula campaign. So with this coming battle here, it tells me my chances. So they're looking quite good. I'm the blue and France is the red in this case. I've got the option to resolve it turn by turn, auto resolve, or retreat. So I think just to see how the game works, I'll do the battle. The Battle of Coimbra, 1811. Arthur Wellesley versus Jean-André Massena and Urbain Molière. Molière.
Generals deploy their forces according to rank. A higher-ranking general deploys after lower-ranking ones, giving him the ability to view the deployment of a lower-ranking opponent before committing his own troops.
The first bit of action here. The artillery, the howitzers, are firing over the hills into the woods. And from what I can see from the radar, it looks like we've got French over here. Okay, I have to deal with that. Goodness me. Yeah, so that was sorted out. I managed to have a small skirmish there. Back to the cannons. Oh, hang on, we've got some more activity happening over to our left. Here, look. They've rallied, so we need to engage here. Because that is a flank attack. Oh my goodness, and these poor guys need to form a square. Fire at will. It's all going on. Holy moly. Is that me in the square there, or is that the French? That's me. Okay. I think that's a Portuguese unit. Oh dear. They're charging a square. That's not going to end well. And it hasn't. So, it's been 15 years, but I think the graphics hold up. They don't really need to be better than that. That was a successful charge there. I think I've done it. Oh, they're marching this way though. Switch to canister. Oh no, that's out of range. Goodness me. They look like they're leaving, or they're trying to flank. So, it was a victory. And I think I'm going to stop there, because I used to play on this for hours upon hours. On a work night as well, in the evenings. Sometimes till like 10, 11 o'clock at night, maybe even later. So I'm just going to play this now and then, a battle at a time. And yeah, it's still a great game. Glad to revisit it. Other things I've found in my library are... Oh, close victory. Okay. Other things I've found in my library are Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, and Warlock of Firetop Mountain. So I'll have a look at those as well.